What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. You know, I recorded this. I had my mic unplugged. Man, it's been a long weekend, man. I didn't make a video all weekend. Oh, I think I did, but I'm back. But I made a video of this, so this is my second take. And I had my mic unplugged, so that's why I didn't have any sound. So sorry about that. But here I am again, talking about digital blackface. You know, BBC has come out with a, you know, this, I don't know, it's a public service announcement. And you Brit bongs. Do y'all pay for this shit, man? I thought the United States was fucked up. Y'all gotta pay for the BBC, and then you're paying, and this is the shit you're getting? I long for the days of Doctor Who with the afro, man. I remember those days. And Benny Hill. And we're a far cry from it talking about digital blackface. Oh my god, let's press play.
Or this? Nothing like a good reaction GIF, right? But you've probably noticed the most popular ones are of black people.
That's because black people is on social media all goddamn day long. No lie, man. Because, you know, on Twitter, like, if you go to the populations, you know what I mean? Black people are on Twitter a higher percentage of the population than they are. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Negroes, the African Americans, the Akatas, the Shines are on Twitter. So, I mean, they're a larger percent. They have a bigger presence than they actually have in just the regular prison pop.
Being dramatic. This is digital blackface.
Like, how can you see? This is digital blackface. This is digital blackface. This is digital blackface. Like, how can you sit there? Like, how many times did she practice saying that without laughing, man? Oh my god, man. I'd have been on the tears. I'd have been on the floor in tears.
Blackface is when a non-black person uses makeup to blacken up. Minstrel shows depicted black people in all sorts of negative ways.
Now, I think there was this cat, Al Jolson. Maybe it was Joel Steen. Jesus Christ. But anyway, there was a certain group of immigrants that came over and did blackface. And they did that to help them assimilate into America. Now, I know the part of it, you know, demeaning and playing the black stereotypes was part of it. But there was an ulterior meaning for why certain people dressed up as blackface. Because it wasn't, you know what I mean, there wasn't no Irish actors playing that, you know what I mean? But y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all can go investigate. But anyway, let's press play.
They were mocking, demeaning stereotypes, and they exaggerated black people's facial features and their expressions. And digital blackface is the 21st century version of that.
Is it really?
White people using GIFs to perform some kind of exaggerated blackness.
What is exaggerated blackness? And how can it be exaggerated blackness if black people are doing it? Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you're dressing up and playing a black person, but if you're using a black person to express such emotions, how can it be exaggerated blackness? Nigga, it's literally blackness.
And that's not all. Let's talk about white people using dark-skinned emojis. This is a...
To be honest, I don't see that often. I don't know where she sees it. Maybe in Brit Bong land she sees it, but I don't ever see it.
Form of cultural appropriation, paying little respect to someone else's culture and using it.
And here we go again with the goddamn...
however you please.
Here we go again with the with dreadlocks. You know, first off, I'm not giving it to the Black Americans that dreadlocks is some kind of culture thing. You Negroes just started doing this when Lil Wayne started putting his hair in dreadlocks, man. Don't give me this bullshit. I was here in the 80s, and I remember the 80s, 90s. Yeah, you Negroes was not locking your hair up like that. Now everybody and their mother got these goddamn locks. But you Negroes wasn't locking your head up back then. Shit, in the 60s, you Negroes excuse my language. You Negroes, you African Americans, you Okadas, you Shine, you Black Americans, had afros. Pops, you need to bring that back. That should have been the African American signature. Now it's, it's changing. Y'all getting these locks and stuff like that, and dyeing your hair all crazy. But I don't know, not knowing. There's no telling how long people have been dreadlocking their hair, and people have been dreadlocking their hair in all types of cultures, all across the world. And y'all telling me that black people own dreadlocks hairstyle? In my eyes, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So even if it is ours, I have to conclude myself on that. You like how I did that? You black liberals that come in and troll my channel. But even if it is ours, you have to take it as a form of flattery. Like, hey man, good looking out. Give him some dap. Give him, like, right on, brother. Right on, sister. And, give him a finger snap. You don't invite him into the cookout for anything else. Oh my goodness gracious.
So what's wrong with white people posting these GIFs and using these emojis? Well, black people are not here for other people's entertainment.
This is rich, coming from her, talking on a TV screen for BBC, which is literally entertainment. Black people, and I'm talking about black Americans, they pursue a lot of entertainment fields, whether it's sporting or acting or dancing or comedy. You'll find the African American, the Al-Qaeda, the Shine, trying to get on to be somebody's entertainment. Black Americans don't love anything better than to entertain somebody. It's as simple as that. Like, I can't even believe she came out her mouth and said that. Well, black people are not here for other people's entertainment. I can't tell by the way you Shine is acting. Jesus Christ. Oh, my lordy lord.
We're not symbols of excessive emotion, and we aren't here to make you look more sassy, more sexy, or more street. We don't want to be seen as having two-dimensional personalities.
I can't. I just can't. Like, what do you mean two-dimensional personalities? It's just a gift, man. You know what I mean? These are people just caught doing these expressions. If they weren't using black emojis or gifs, then y'all will say it'd be racism. I'm telling you that right now. If there wasn't enough, you'd be like, there's not enough of them. Like, I go into Twitter, I don't see a whole bunch of, hold on, let me bring this shit up. I didn't hit this in my first take, but now you mention it, you Shines get on my goddamn nerves. You know what I mean? If I go into the gifts, you know what I mean? It's not overwhelmingly. Hold on. It's not overwhelmingly Negroes on here. You know what I mean? It's a good mix, but it's not overwhelmingly. And I would say, sometimes I'll be looking, I'm like, there ain't enough Negroes in here. Come on, Jack. I know you sleep with DeRay, man. DeRay, now I gotta talk to DeRay. I'm like, get Jack on this, man. This is some BS. I need no Negroes in my gifts. But you see what I'm saying? This is insane. This is utter insanity.
Let us decide for ourselves how we wish to be perceived. Now, I'm not saying you have to be black to post these gifs, but what I am saying...
Did she not just... She made this whole point just to come out and say, well, I'm not saying you have to be black to make these gifts. I'm like, are you serious? This is the exact opposite of what you just said.
Is think about what you're doing. Ask yourself why you're always drawn to that gift. Or
because it's funny. Shine. Akata. It's funny. That's why they want to use it. That's why I use it. Stop drawing. Stop reaching. This is in the African American community. When they say you're reaching, you're reaching for a conclusion, man. You're just reaching out here like Mr. Fantastic. You stretch Armstrong and shit like that. It's a bunch of bullshit.
That emoji. So that's my view. But what do you think?
What I think, chocolate sister. You got to do something better than this, man. I don't know what. Them white folks got you up here making a fool of your goddamn self. Talking about some damn digital blackface. Woman, you gonna get the hell on. I'm done, man. Anyway, this Uncle Hotep. I'm coming up with a Facebook page for, I guess, all my blogs and stuff like that. I'm gonna put it there. When it's done, I'll put it up on my videos. I'll let y'all know about it. It's under construction. But anyway, follow me on Twitter, handing me him Uncle Hotep. Episode 67, the podcast is out. Please listen and check it out later. Peace.